when you have a mental illness, it can be almost impossible to deal with holiday stress. So what can we do? Today, I want to talk about how to deal with holiday stress when you have a mental illness. So I was out last week and I needed a break, and sometimes I'll take a short break, but not very often. And it is important for us to take a break when we feel like we need to. It's a part of having good mental health. But before I get into my topic today, I would like to remind you to check out Anna Lamine's book, The Power of Misfits, and also visit The Learning Mind. There are many great topics there and so much to learn for dealing with mental illness. If you like this content, make sure you like and share and subscribe if you don't want to miss out on any of my videos. So the holidays are here. Next week is Thanksgiving, and then we have Christmas. And the air, it just seems like it's filled with a buzz. Everybody's busy running around, buying presents, decorating. And to most people, this is great fun, great excitement, an adrenaline rush. But to some people, the holidays present a huge load of additional stress. And we need to approach that today. Yes, that buzz of the holidays, it can sometimes feel like an overwhelming, loud, and obnoxious noise. Decorated with tinsel, of course. I mean, the holidays for the mentally ill can be more stressful than the stress of the rest of the year. Holidays can make symptoms of mental illness much worse. So what exactly is holiday stress? Why is it so stressful? You know, a lot of people don't understand that. Well, you know, everybody's decorating and they're wrapping presents and they're talking about all the things they're going to do, the homes they're going to visit, the food they're going to cook. And it's hard for most people to understand why that would be a negative thing. But for those who have mental illness, a lot of us stick to these routines, and it makes us feel safe. And anytime there's a change in these routines, it can be intimidating. It's not bad if you have the ability to stay calm. But for those with issues like PTSD, anxiety, depression, or bipolar disorder, this is a whole different story. All the changes of the holidays can cause problems. Problems such as an increase in panic attacks, frequent fights with loved ones, and an increase in insomnia. And insomnia can be bad in ordinary day-to-day circumstances, much less the holidays. Remember, mental illness is no different than any other illness, and it should be taken seriously, just like the other illnesses. So, how do we handle stress if we have a mental illness? Well, number one, it's important to plan what you're going to do for the holidays. Don't let others drag you any and everywhere during the holidays. If you don't feel like going to 5 different houses to eat, then you need to put that into your plan. You know, write your plan. I'm going to visit this person and this person. 2 people. That's what I'm going to do. And no matter what, I'm not going to change that. If you don't want to go visit anyone, hey, if that's what you need to do, then that's what you have to do for your mental health. You should make the plans for what you can handle during all these busy times, Thanksgiving and Christmas. If you rather stay home and only visit for a few hours, that should be fine as well. Make these plans. Let everyone know. and don't be coerced into changing them. You know, there are ways you can set people down and tell them, look, I can't handle, you know, certain things. And this is what I've planned to keep me safe mentally. Number 2, get plenty of sunlight. The seasonal affective disorder, it affects a lot of people. You may hear it as SAD, and it is a real thing. During the winter months, depression can become much worse because of the lack of vitamin D from the sunlight. And getting the light you need is not easy when it's overcast and cloudy for the majority of the time. In this case, use bright fluorescent lights to provide as much brightness as possible. And your doctor can help you find a good sun lamp to use. And I've heard it helps, helps a lot of people. I've never used one myself, so that might be something you want to look into or try. Number 3, don't neglect your therapy. Yes, doctors go on vacations too, but if your doctor isn't on vacation and they're willing to see you as usual, don't skip that appointment. You need your support system. With everything going on during the holidays, you need to be able to talk it out. You need to be able to keep a consistent routine because that's important to mental health. During the hustle and bustle, you will need to keep yourself grounded. And by all means, don't give your doctor a vacation. You know, like I said, if you have this opportunity, grasp this opportunity. Number 4, budget well if you can. During the holidays, you spend a lot more money. And this is especially true for those who may suffer with bipolar disorder. During the manic stages, for some people, overspending is a problem. And during the holidays, you can imagine it's a much bigger problem. Now, if you have a good support system, you may want to ask them to hold you accountable for what you're spending and just talk it over. Anything you think about wanting to spend money on, maybe talk with them first and see if it really works with your budget. And I know that's hard because I have bipolar disorder, and when I get ready to go buy something, which I'm so much better with that now, but when I was younger, you couldn't stop me. I mean, I was going shopping, and only a really, really close friend would be able to talk me out of it. So good friends, good support system, you're going to need that. And overspending can then cause problems with anxiety. If you have both disorders, your bipolar disorder can make you spend when you're in the manic phase, and then your anxiety can make you freak out because you've spent too much money. And then depression can also play a part in that because you spent too much money. So you definitely want to watch that budget. That will keep your stress down quite a bit. Number 5, mindfulness. During the holidays, you will really need the advantage of mindfulness, meditation, and prayer. They can all help calm your mind and center you at the present moment. And that's what you're going to need during this time. This works especially well with anxiety, as shopping can be an extremely stressful activity. If you can find time to meditate before you engage in any heavy holiday shopping, you will be able to get through it much better. Mindfulness also works great when dealing with relatives some of these relatives can sometimes really be difficult. Instead of getting into fights, the previous meditation can prepare you to have a calm response. So, in other words, instead of you lashing back out, you can give them a different reaction if you're meditating, if you're praying about it first. Because most of us have difficult relatives. Most of us have That one person that likes to instigate fights during the holidays. And you know who that is. Everybody knows who that person is. Okay, number 6. Try to avoid alcohol. And I'm not judging anyone. And I know that during the holidays, this is especially when someone may want to have a drink or two. But if you have mental illness and you can avoid alcohol, it's best, because any of the negative side effects from alcohol, if you add that with holiday stress, and then you add in mental illness, mental disorders, the symptoms of mental disorders, you got a pretty negative blend right there. Many times there's been family get-togethers ruined by the combination of these things. And so I'm not saying don't drink. I'm just saying try to avoid it, or try to limit it. Limit drinking when you have mental illness and it's the holidays. Just from my experience. Number 7, take a time out if you need to. Holiday stress can be so suffocating, and the only way to get peace is to get away. And I'm not saying leave your family completely or your friends, and I'm not even saying stay away for a whole day. Maybe you can take a walk. Maybe you can just spend time in an empty room, take a nap. If you can find a place to meditate or pray, that's great. That helps a whole lot. Or you can listen to some calming music if you feel the stress coming on, and it can help pull you back down, back center, present, calm self. This little time out will invigorate you and give you the ability to make it through the rest of the holiday season. And by all means, your mental disorder doesn't have to keep you from having fun during the holidays. And I want to make sure I stress that. It just means that you should find ways to deal with the added stress in your life, because it's going to be there. To be honest, some people with mental illness aren't that fond of the holidays, and it's because of not understanding how to deal with the added stimuli. So, I hope these few ideas have helped you plan a better holiday season. Remember, you never have to indulge in every holiday. Personally, I like the downtime in the year. I like summer. I like the early fall. I enjoy the holidays, but not in a way that most people do, because of the stress. It's extremely stressful to me. So I try to follow these tips and practice what I preach during the holidays, because it can be very, very intimidating for me. So I'm going to leave you with this. Have fun, but be safe. Know your limits. Write your notes. Make your plans. And make sure that your loved ones and your friends know that if you say no to any holiday event that they want you to attend, just tell them, don't take this personally. This is about me and my mental health, because there's still so much that people have to learn about those who suffer with mental illnesses. And just like they have to be patient with us, we should be patient with them. They don't understand. They're out here having a great time. They're woohoo. And, maybe some of us don't feel that way. So, I wish you a happy holidays. And I hope you are safe. And I will see you next Monday. Bye-bye.